Hey everybody, how's it going? Alright, so it's been a long time since I've been able to upload a video. A lot has happened. So I'll try to skip all the small stuff and just get right to it. I finally got a new phone. I got an iPhone 13 Pro Max. That is what I'm using right now. So hopefully I'll be able to get back on doing some more regular videos here. But I just took a little bit of time off, so I wanted to do a bit of catching up and just getting a quick video out for you guys. Just going over some things that have been going on in the horror universe here. Well, certainly in the Halloween universe, as you know, I follow rather closely. But I wanted to mention that there have been some recent things that have come out regarding the Scream Factory Halloween set. I believe I mentioned to you before, if you recall, last year they had, of course, parts 1 through 5 that all came out in 4K. Well, they didn't, of course, have the sixth film and H20 and so on because they didn't really have the rights for them. And there was a lot of talk about whether or not it was going to happen. And then we heard it was confirmed that it was coming. And sure enough, here it is. So they did release it, and here's a look at it. So basically what you're getting is Halloween 6, you're getting H20, and you're getting Resurrection. So you're just getting those 3 films. They did not secure the rights for the Rob Zombie Halloweens. So as you know, they're not exactly my favorites, but I did still want them included in the collection. So it is too bad that they didn't make it, or they couldn't work it out. Also, some other news for anyone living outside of the United States that is looking to get them. So anyone in the UK, or of course here in Canada where I am. Unfortunately, they will not ship them here. So I guess due to the licensing they got for them, they can only sell them in the United States. So unfortunately, Scream Factory cannot sell them to me directly. So hopefully you guys have a friend that is in the States that's willing to get it for you and can maybe send them to you, and you can just cover the shipping. That's what I did with a good friend of mine. Thank you, Boogeyman Ben. Much appreciated for that, because I really wanted them in the collection. I know a lot of people are complaining that the price point is way too high, and it is pretty high, I will admit, and it does suck that they didn't release them individually, and I'm sure, yes, they are going to sell a lot better together, but it may have just come down straight up to licensing, just as simple as they could only do the 3 together, and that was the only way the deal was going to work. So clearly they went for it, but I did want to get them because I am a completionist. I wanted the rest of the set, because I do have the first 5, of course. I have the posters as well. I was hoping to get the other ones as well. Not that I'm insane about collecting these posters. I mean, they are nice, but you know, these are things I figured I would display. Like, I didn't, you know, I know some people freak out and need them all individually framed and stuff, and wouldn't dare poke a hole in the corner or something like that. And I mean, I have a lot like that I wouldn't do that to, and like autograph stuff as well. But when it comes to stuff like that, I like to use them, you know. I don't like to be one of these guys that collects things and just never actually uses them, you know, or never enjoys them, I guess you could say. I don't want to be that guy that, you know, at the end of it all, look at all the stuff I collected and I never even touch the damn thing, or even, you know, like really enjoyed it, other than just and just stare at it on the ledge of the window or something, you know. Not really my thing. Like, I do like to collect stuff, as you can see here, but you know, I like to use it a little bit too, you know. Like, I like to get some enjoyment out of it, I guess you could say. Anyway, I was pretty happy with the set. I mean, I was hoping, like I said, the Rob Zombies were included, but you know, you get what you can get, and I did want to complete the set, so I'm happy it's there. It is really disappointing though you can't get it in Canada. I know a lot of people are pissed about that, and a lot of people are jacking the price as well for people that want it in Canada. They want some crazy amounts of money, which is gonna suck for a lot of people as well too. So in that respect, it is a bummer, but anyway, I am glad it is coming out. So in some other news, we also had the 4K announcement for The Lost Boys. that is coming, which is one of my favorite vampire films of all time. I'm sure it's many of yours as well. The Lost Boys is an amazing movie. But that was announced that it is going to be coming in 4K, as well as Poltergeist. So that's another really cool one. I don't know if I'll be getting all of those. I know the 4Ks are rather expensive, so I'm pretty choosy about what I am actually going to put the dollars down on. But those are some really cool releases that are coming. There is one for sure that I'm going to put the money down on, and that is The Return of the Living Dead, coming in 4K. Very cool. I'm really excited that is coming. Excited to see how great it's going to look on that new transfer. There's a lot of extras there as well that I'm excited to take a look at. I think most of them were ported over, but like I said, I'm just excited to get it in 4K. That's pretty awesome. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely my favorite zombie movie. So I'm super excited for that one coming. It also comes with a poster as well when you order from Scream Factory, and this is one that will actually ship to Canada. So Return of the Living Dead was a complete must for me. One other one that I thought was weird that we still haven't heard anything about yet is Creepshow in 4K. Creepshow came out in '82, so I mean this is the 40th anniversary coming up this year. So I was kind of thinking we're going to see a 4K release, I figured, but still nothing announced. But it is a little early. I mean, it's still fairly early August here, so you never know what could be coming. But I was kind of hoping there'd be a 4K Creepshow. So I guess we'll see what happens in the future here. You guys know how into the cosplay I am for H20 and Halloween Kills. I kind of went all out with those. You know, I got the work right coveralls and the proper boots and everything. Well, for Kills anyway. I didn't get the Arctic 8s for the H20. They were pretty hard to find, but the Wolverines that are the boots used in Kills look very similar to the ones in the first film as well. So I mean, sure, my most accurate is of course the Kills, but I did want to mention that Remy from Remzap Studios is still doing his masks, of course, as well as all sorts of other work, but he has such a high demand for these masks. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that I went ahead and I put the pre-order in for his ends mask so I could get the trifecta of the Remzap masks, and I think it's only fitting. It would just be odd if I didn't have the ends version of his mask to go with the first two, to have that that amazing Myers trifecta, if you will. So the goal is to be done in time for Halloween, so I can have that as a really fresh cosplay, you know, right after the film comes out. So that's kind of the goal there. But I just want to let you know that that is in the works. I will probably be using my Work Right replica version 2 coveralls from Legion Safety that I got through Chicago Protective Apparel, of course, from Alex over there at Legion and the guys. I will probably use that pair because they fit so well to do an ends version. I don't know if I'm going to weather my only pair of Work Right size 50s I have. They are a little bit big for me. So, I mean, I could if you want to go for the authenticity, but those version 2s are pretty darn accurate. They look great. Plus, I have the most accurate Kills costume you can do, really. So it's not the end of the world. I mean, my H40 didn't have the correct boots, like I mentioned as well. So, I mean, there's little details, but I think ends with the version 2 coveralls is really going to look amazing. So I will probably do those coveralls as well and weather them up to look like ends. So yeah, so that'll be in the works as well and coming along, as well as a few other little projects here and there that will be coming as we build up to Halloween. So speaking of ends, I never really did talk about the trailer that dropped a while back, and there's a few reasons for that. Mainly, the big one was because it dropped a day early, because I guess someone leaked the damn thing, and so Jamie Lee Curtis and you know, the studio, they quickly rushed it out. I believe it was on the 19th, a day early. So A lot of people had seen it. I didn't hear a thing because I was waiting until the 20th. The morning of the 20th, I saw that it had hit. I tried to watch it really quick, got a real quick once over of it, and just gave a quick take on it, commented on a video or two, and that was it. But didn't really dive into it. So because of it dropping early, it kind of messed things up a little bit for what I was going to do with the trailer, maybe reaction or first thoughts. That was kind of out the window. So also with the problems I was having with my phone and everything, and I knew I had a little bit of time coming up soon, I figured if I can limp to there, get myself a new phone, I could make it work then. So here we are. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to go over a few things now that we've had a chance to kind of digest the trailer more, watch it a few more times, and just get an understanding of what they were trying to tell us in the trailer, or what we're supposed to know or what we're not. Like, for instance, what they gave us in the synopsis. There's a lot of information there, and that's what we're supposed to know. So from everything going on in that Halloween Ends trailer, there's definitely some things they clearly want us to know. Now these are things that are, certainly not spoilers. These are like, it's like in the synopsis. It basically tells you the idea of what's going on. So we sort of have a general idea that there is going to be some form of copycat Michael Myers. Okay, so obviously in the scene where he opens the door, he being Michael Myers or somebody dressed as him, and you can see the four fingers on the hand opening the door when Laurie is right there with the gun. Clearly you can see there someone is dressed as Myers. I don't know if they're trying to test her or something, or if that's legit, or it's a real copycat killer, or who knows. We know that we have this new character Corey coming that seems to be in that ballpark age of Andy. He seems to be in that same age range of Allison. So my guess is he is likely going to be her new boyfriend. I'm sure Allison, after 4 years, is going to certainly have a new boyfriend. She's quite the gal, so I can't imagine her not dating somebody. So I'm guessing that's probably his role there. But given in the synopsis, it basically says that Corey gets accused of killing a kid he is babysitting. So who knows what's going on there? Did he actually do it? Is he this copycat guy, or is there somebody else going around? Or, there's all sorts of rumors, just speculation really of what everybody thinks is going to happen or not. I know there's all sorts of stuff where people have said they saw the test screening and blah, blah, blah. But remember, there were 2 different versions of the test screening. So we really don't know what's for sure and what's not, and you don't really know for sure who you can trust either. So whatever. I hate spoilers anyway. I want to stay away from those, but I did want to go over basically what they were trying to tell us. So they were trying to tell us that there is some form of copycat for sure at some point in this movie. Don't know the role there, whether it's a big thing or something small on the side, or who knows. We also know we are getting the real Michael Myers. I mean, you can see the shot of the hand missing the fingers, and it looks pretty gnarly. Definitely looks like Michael's. We know that this film had the working title Cave Dweller. So people kind of figured that probably had something to do with, Michael being in the sewers or something. There is that scene where you can see a manhole covers off and what looks like Corey, I believe, is the character. It looks like he gets grabbed, assumingly by the actual Michael Myers. I really don't know, right? Again, these are things they're just showing us so we can all speculate and wonder and get excited about. And then there's the Nick Castle aspect too, right? Like, we've heard he's supposed to have he's supposed to be showing his face, his actual real face in this movie. So I basically took that as he'd have an extra role, and it would be really short, be a cameo, and you'd see his face. But now I'm hearing all sorts of stuff like, oh, well, he might have a real role, or maybe he'll play Corey's dad, or something like that. Or maybe they'll put Nick in the copycat killer role, you know, just for the nostalgia sense, because, you know, of course, Nick being the OG shape. You'd wonder if they would put him in a copycat outfit or something for one reason or another. We do know that these few things are going on, so there is going to be a new character, there is going to be some kind of a copycat. You know, a kid getting babysat is going to get killed, and it's going to, you know, spark this trail of violence, I guess. And in one way or another, the real Michael Myers is going to show up, so I'm excited for that. So I guess we'll see what happens. But again, copycat killer, who knows what angle they're taking. It's a little crazy, but I'm trying not to get too worried about it, because so far I've been pretty trusting of David Gordon Green. You know, the story has been pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it. I love 2018. I thought it was a fantastic movie. When Kills came out, I was so excited for that. I thought it was even better. But having gone back, I definitely wouldn't put it ahead of 2018. But I still hold it up high. I really liked Kills. It was the ultimate slasher film. Didn't have the that beautiful suspense that I love, like from the original and stuff, but I can appreciate it as a slasher movie, and it was fun to see Michael kicking so much ass like that. It was impressive, and there were a few scenes. There were a few scenes in it that were quite exciting, even suspenseful. So I'd like to see more of that, and that's kind of what I hear is like supposed to be happening with Ends. Is we are supposed to be getting more suspense and a little bit more of the stalking kind of Michael Myers, maybe, I guess you could say. So I am hopeful for that, but I definitely trust, you know, Danny McBride and all these guys that got involved in rebooting this franchise the way they did for this 2018 film and the 2 chapters afterwards that we're getting. I'm just thankful we got them. I'm thankful I liked the first 2 so much, so I'm hopeful that the 3rd chapter is going to be decent as well. So fingers crossed. I'm not going to get too worried about it. What do you guys think is going on with it? You like the trailer? What did you think of it? Like, I mean, do you not like this idea of a copycat? I mean, it's tough to say, because, I mean, if it's going to be a copycat like a Friday the 13th Part 5 thing going on, I could see that upsetting people. But I don't think that's the case. It's tough to say if there's going to be, you know, a lot of that going on, or if it's going to be like sort of a little small aspect of the entire film and really not worth focusing much on. Who knows, right? So I guess we can speculate all day. That was my take on it for the most part. I thought it looks good. I thought they didn't show too much, honestly, and they definitely have us asking a lot of questions, and we're all pretty confused on what's going on. So I suppose it worked. Anyway, that is it for that for now. I am going to try to do another video for you guys real soon. Probably film it tomorrow to do some of the pickups I've gotten recently. I have a whole stack of t-shirts and really cool pickups I've gotten over the last few months that I haven't been able to show, so I wanted to just sweep and get a pickups video out of the way. And like I said, I got to do a little bit of work on my shelf here as well now that I have a few days to myself. So I'm going to get on that, but in the meantime, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I promise I'm not going to stay away for too long in the future now that I am finally back up and running, I guess, so to speak. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you again for the next one.